Hello and welcome back to Lübeck Let's Play in Vanilla Minecraft. My name is Vedagavia and today we're going to, I'm going to show you the latest developments in my main base, if I can get into it, that is. So I know a couple of episodes I left you sort of hanging. I started on my stables. But I didn't manage to finish them in that episode. Well, since then I have actually managed to finish them, and I'm going to show that and some other bits too. First of all, I'm actually going to show you this. I don't know if you remember what this place looked like when I first started filming these Minecraft episodes, but basically there was a ginormous cobblestone wall going all the way down here. In fact, I can show you that by punching some holes here. Yes, as you can see, there's the bottom. In fact, I'll jump down. And I have basically built a hill. That's what I've done. It doesn't sound very impressive, but actually it's quite a lot of work, and there's a lot of blocks that needs placing, and it needs to be made to look natural and all sorts of things. How am I going to get out of here now? I haven't filled this in yet, and that is for quite a specific reason, which I will get back to in a later episode. But if we go up and have a look again at the hill in its current state, it's not that way. I will tell you that I am quite pleased with it. It looks fairly natural. I've added quite a lot of grass growing on it, and you know, I've worked a lot with the shape. I really need to replace this hole though, because otherwise I'm going to fall in it. And yeah, I feel that it looks quite natural. The mountain here is sort of, I've extended that out into the hill, so it goes down here like that, and the hill itself has a sort of a indentation here, which is where the old road happens to go out off to the temple where we spent the last episode. And down here I made it steep, very steep down, because the land here was lower. And obviously all this landscaping means that I do have to rebuild some of these things, because this door, for instance, is quite awkward at the moment. But overall, I'm very pleased with the result, and I feel that it's another step towards, you know, revamping my base, as I was talking about a couple of episodes that I'm trying to do. Now, I haven't done anything yet with the storage system. In fact, that is the main reason that I want to revamp my base, that my storage system is subpar. This is basically it. But I think that is going to have to come last. So I'm going to have to do all the other things first. Now, the second thing that I meant to do, and that I started a couple of episodes ago, was to rebuild the stables. Or actually build stables, because obviously I had my horses in a tiny little pen, and yeah, we are looking at it now. This is it. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. It's quite a simple build, but it looks really nice. I really like the ceiling roof thing, especially from a distance really, but it's nice the way it sort of arches over you, and also how it starts out really steep and then it gradually becomes less steep as you come towards its apex. In here are the horses. They won't escape because the gap is only one wide, and when we go in, the blocks disappear and move away. Then if we do ride, we can just press the button to get out. I've worked quite a lot in here as well with making it sort of safe, and I mean, I had creepers spawning up here before I put fences in, and also making it look nice. So if we go up here, we can see that there are chests and crafting tables and that sort of stuff. That is because I have saddles and armor, horse armor up here. And you never know when you need to craft things or smelt things, so it's always good to have those kinds of things around. I don't have anything yet in those chests, but this is what it looks like. I've also I am suddenly dubious. I feel I'm lacking a horse, actually. I don't know, sometimes things just disappear in this game, don't they? He might have escaped somehow, or I might have left him somewhere. Yeah, I probably left him somewhere, to be honest. Yeah, anyway, that's the stables. Now, you can see, actually, I'm walking on the next thing I was going to talk to you about. I've changed the path leading up here, and well, the reason for that is mainly, really, it's hard to explain. Basically, if we go over here, you can see that there is a road here. That road is going to lead all the way here, past this tree, which I might have to cut down. This here is going to go away, and so the main road is going to lead here, where we're going now. And right about here is going to be sort of really the main focus of the base. That's where this road leads off, that's where you go up to the base, that's where this road comes from. And also it's where this road leads further on, over here, over this way. And it leads down to the next thing that I'm going to talk about, which is this. I've made a path down here to the tree farm, but the tree farm is going to actually have to be modified, so this little hut, which is where you enter the tree farm at the moment, is going to have to be put on the back of it, and the pine tree farm is going to have to go away. And that's because from here you're going to go on a path here, out through a gate here. It's not much of a gate now, but it's going to be. And then off into the distance, into the spawn point, where I have my chicken farm, and to the slime farm, which is in the ocean, a bit further away there. And what you heard there was the automatic sugarcane farm, I think, and that's the minecart picking things up. Yeah, so in order to facilitate this main road going through here, I had to change this a bit, and I figured out I'll put in wood slabs, because I do like the look of them, and the pine ones especially, and sort of make it look nice. And to do that, I had to remove my carrot farm, and I had to remove my wheat farm, and this is all that remains of it. I sort of decorated a little bit with it instead. I do still have my potato farm over here, but that is going as well to make way for the road. And yeah, so I've started that. Now, I did and R a bit about in a previous episode about whether or not I was going to do something about the barn. And I am. I'm going to tear the whole thing down and build a new, slimmer place for the animals, actually. I've done some more decorating here as well with the wheat. I do like the look of it, actually. So, there we go. So yeah, that's, I think, all the changes to my base so far. And to be honest, I like this sort of sloping bit better now that it's not so steep. I had stairs here before. And also, it's nice to break it up with from the cobblestone and the stone with something warmer, I think. Although there is quite a lot of wood going on here. But you have to remember building is going away. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to start tearing down this barn. So we're going to move some animals off to pens over here by the guest house, where we used to have the horses. And then I'm going to start, I think, with the roof and tear it down. So I'm going to go and empty my bags, get some leads, and some bits like that, and possibly sleep as well, and then we're going to be right back. See ya! And an empty nice inventory, and we're back here. And I've started actually tearing down. So you gotta start somewhere with these things, and I've started with a fence. And this path leading up to the second story of the barn. And I mean, yeah, you gotta rework your base occasionally. That's just the way it is. You start out, or you either have to rework it or move somewhere else. It's like that. Because you start out the game with few resources, you use a lot of cobblestone and stuff like that, and you know, once you've gone quite far into the game, you need to build, or you want to anyway, build bigger things. You want to have bigger projects and make things look a lot nicer, and you make basically, I guess you could say you make bigger commitments to the game, or you make you make nicer things basically, and that requires more materials, and so you need a better storage system, and you know, the old materials you used didn't look so good anymore, so you need to do that and change it for that reason. And I have been thinking a lot about moving my base and sort of abandoning this place. But this world is called Lübeck because this place is called Lübeck, and Lübeck, if you don't know, is a very nice city in Germany, to which I have no real relationship other than the fact that it used to be owned by Sweden back in the day, and but before then there was this thing called the Hansa in the 12th century or 11th century. And they were a large trading organization around the Nordic countries, and they had their main seat in Lübeck. And when I started this world, and still actually, the aim was to make it to remind to remind us about that, or to look like it could have been in the Hansa and in Lübeck. And so that's why the world is called Lübeck, and that's why this base is called Lübeck, and that's why this series is called Lübeck Let's Play. And so I can't really abandon the base. I don't really want to even. It's a very integral part of this Minecraft world. And so instead of abandoning it, I'm gonna rebuild it. I have plans to expand. In fact, you've seen probably a bit of that already when we did the nether railway stations, which we are going to continue with, by the way, at some point. Yeah, this is still going to be my main base, even though if I do expand. I do have, for instance, a very shiny idea of how to make a very interesting desert base. And I have a desert biome which I've looted quite heavily for sand, but I mean, that's all sortable. I'm gonna start by taking the part of the roof down here, I think. And I think in a couple of episodes time, I think we're going to go to the desert and start that out. But I don't feel that I really can start a new base until I have the old base in order, and so we need to start with that actually, and so that's why we're doing all this. That's quite a lengthy exposition, but all that to explain why I'm tearing my house down. Hello, Mr. Spider down there. What are you up to? And there's a nice skeleton with a... Oh, I thought that was something, but that was just a duck. Let's see if we can do some target practicing here. Whee! He's got a... Oh, what? This is very curious. Where is my bow? Ah, maybe it broke in the creeper explosion I had at the end of last episode, which, by the way, scared me more than any Halloween prank that I could ever have imagined. And it's still fresh in my memory as well, because actually, as I might have told you in the last episode, I am, as you see this, I am in Sweden. I come from Sweden, and so I'm going to back because my friend is having a big birthday celebration, and this is recorded before I went, but you will see it after I went, so, or while I'm there actually. So that creeper explosion, literally for me, it just happened a couple of minutes ago, and but for you guys, well, it happened a couple of days ago. So here we go. I'm going to continue tearing this place down like this. Speed tearing. Oh, I better not fall into that hole. And well, I guess I'll be back to show you the destruction in a bit. Die! And I guess the roof is almost gone here. I've been shopping and shopping, and my axe is getting... well, it needs repair after this, I think. It's unbelievable how much wood I used in this build. Well, look at this, and there's tons down here. The cows are like, what is going on? We can't eat this stuff. Give us some proper wheat. Or they're thinking, oh, finally, we have air. We have this. We can see the sky again. He's building a skylight for us, but actually, cows, and you pigs over there, we're gonna move you to a very primitive place in a bit. Just a bit of fencing, really, and they're gonna have to stay there for the time being, until we manage to build their new stables and stuff. So maybe I should actually, because I'm going to keep tearing this down, and I'm not gonna have time to start building anything this episode, but maybe I should, before we finish this up for today, maybe I should tell you a bit about what I am going to build instead of these stables, what the new stables are going to be like. So I'm just going to finish up this roof bit. I'm going to go down here and collect a bit of this, because I mean, I've chopped it down once, I might as well keep it. And I guess it's true what my old man used to say, my dad, and he still says this on occasion in the winter. He said always that the best way to heat up your house is to use wood, because it gets you warm several times. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to leave those. Meaning obviously that you get really warm from chopping down logs, and then you get really warm from making the logs into something that fits your stove or your wood burner. And then obviously once you get away, no, oh my days, once you actually put the thing on fire and heat your house with it, that also obviously gives you heat. So he's not wrong, he ain't wrong. Okay, I think I've gathered enough. I'm gonna have to sort out those. I'm gonna have to separate these pigs from the cows again. I do have serious troubles keeping, I don't know, maybe I should just put them in my spawn chunk and they won't bother me. We'll have to see about that later. But for now, I'm gonna try. I don't know why I bother. I managed to pen this in. Oh no, they're all gone. It doesn't really matter. They can't get out of the house, in theory. So what am I building here instead? I thought the stair was going to be there. I've just taken that out. That is funny. Okay, so the thing is, right, well, if you look at this from a bit of a distance, what you'll see is that my main base goes from this direction to that direction. So the short side is facing that way, yeah? The stables and the pumpkin farm both go the other direction, so they go from here to here. And the barn also used to do that. So what I need is actually something to make a bit of a, to contrast to that and make a bit of an enclosure here. So what we're gonna do, once this is down and the animals are safely tucked away, is we're gonna, ooh, a witch. Anyway, we're going to basically start a build round about here somewhere, and it's gonna go that way. So you're gonna have the short side of the house pretty much like this section here, over in that direction. So that's gonna be one stable, and then we're going to build another one here facing that way. And what that will do is it'll create an L shape, so it'll be two smaller stables. One is going to contain sheep and some sort of sheep sorting device, so I can shear sheep of varying colors, and you know, it's going to be all shiny. And the other one is going to contain the pigs and cows. And both of them are going to be far smaller than this whole thing. Maybe roughly the size of this stables. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to continue tearing this down, and yeah, I think that's it for today. Actually, I do apologize if this episode is a bit shorter or a bit less full of content than they usually are. It's because I am actually recording in a slight hurry and I need to get away to Sweden, and so I'm doing 2 episodes in one day, and yeah, that's the way it is. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed me tearing down the roof that I spent hours constructing. I hope that was alright. And also my ramblings about what we're going to build here eventually. And also I think the reasoning behind why I'm tearing all this down, I think that's probably mainly the main takeaway of this episode. Just the fact that you either have to move on or rebuild. And I'm choosing to rebuild. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. As the sun rises, I will say that if you did like this video, please consider leaving me a like. It would be very greatly appreciated. Also feel free to subscribe to my channel, and also to share this video with anybody you like. And with that, I would say that this has been Vidagavia in Let's Play Lübeck in Vanilla Minecraft, and I am signing off. Bye bye!